Okay. I think I have multiple things to explain to you all. But now, I think the pain and suffer will start again.
Welcome back, guys. Please, take a seat and something to drink, because I'm going to explain to you what we will got on this Christmas update in Sakura Stand, with proofs and sneaks, and obviously, my beauty and pointed theories. To start, I'd like to let you know that in this video, I'll be pointing out some things beyond just the sneak peeks. However, my main focus will be exclusively on those. So, if you're interested in anything specific, feel free to check out the video's timeline, as I've organized it by topic. To begin, I'll talk about the things that will be coming in this update, organized into these folders, sorted by my personal level of interest. So, we will take this forget things and we'll make sure they will to the trash. Alright, we have plenty of sneak peeks for the Hie-Hie. However, I'd like to point out something about this Hie. It's completely different from what we're used to seeing in other Blox Fruit style games. It seems to feature two weapons, a spear and the character's usual sword. So far, we've seen a total of 6 to 7 leaked moves: a spear attack, the M1S, a canonical move called Ice Age, a type of ice breath, a mobility attack that might include a stun or something similar, and possibly the pose, and the ice bird, who got leaked in the new teaser. To be honest, I don't like the way this fruit is going. They're not using the anime for make the spec, but that's my opinion. To be honest, I didn't expect anything from One Piece to appear in Sakura so soon, for several reasons. Well, what we have officially about Okarun so far is just 4 sneak peeks. 2 of them showcase the model and idle pose. One is a reasonably well-made cutscene. And the last one seems to be a potential part of the quest to obtain Okarun, although it's clearly incomplete, as you can see. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we have very few sneak peeks of this new spec coming in the update. Now, talking about the spec that almost 100% of players were upset to see coming, we have the Soul of Cinder, which is based on the final boss from Dark Souls 3. So far, we've only seen a few things about it, with a total of 3 sneak peeks: its attack, its model, including both the weapons and the armor, and a small screenshot of a Minecraft avatar. For those who may not be familiar with this character, I'll give a brief summary about him. This boss has 4 phases, each corresponding to a different weapon. When he reaches a certain point in his health, he switches weapons, allowing us to either alternate between the different movesets or combine them all into one. But we'll talk more about that later. The scary monster spec has been leaking for a long time, such as the hat of Diego on the main map, the various mentions of velociraptors or dinosaurs in general, whether in GIFs or even at the end of a trailer. Currently, this spec only has 2 sneak peeks, both being animations made by the animator Simple. These include the character's idle pose and a part of an animation for one of its attack. For Alucard, we will have a quest that will provide an evolution for the spec. As we all know, in the last Halloween event, it came to the game incomplete, missing an entire Ok, which will be added in this update. Currently, we only have 1 sneak about this, which is the Alucard cloak. This spec will probably be a skin for one of the greatest characters of all time in Sakura. You may wonder why I'm assuming this. Well, according to some sneaks, we can see her height and model, and we can tell that both characters in the game share the same height and similarities. In total, we have 2 sneaks, both showing the character's model and nothing more. As Kuzma himself mentioned, they just wanted to add something funny to the game because every Christmas they do this, making it almost like a tradition. Additionally, a few days ago we received these images in the SNEAKS, which will bring a skin for one of the most recent specs in the game, Dullahan. Honestly, this is disappointing for all players, but that's a topic for another time. In these SNEAKS, we can see the model and recoloring of the spec between its two forms. Furthermore, its pose will also undergo changes. As we can see in the following screenshot, the pose will feature a supposed hailstorm of ice stones and a large smoke curtain surrounding the character. Now, moving on to a big theory I've had over the past few days. We will get a rework for Summertime Valentine. For those who don't know this spec, it's exclusive to a certain Valentine's Day event. Summer has been highly requested for a rework within the game, because, in a way, this skin is one of the rarest in the game. However, what makes it practically useless is that the spec it comes with is completely outdated. But we only have one thing that makes us assume why it might get a rework, and it's just this screenshot. In this new update, we will have a bug fix for the item notifier Game Pass, because it's currently bugged, and if they don't fix it, they'll face major problems in the future. Now, speaking as a player to another, I'd like to share my opinion on how the game we all love is going. To start, let's talk about what everyone is hating, the delay of updates and their quality. As we saw in this Halloween update, it really became quite annoying to farm for specs that simply aren't worth it. Wild Hunt, too slow for everything. Dullahan, same problem as Wild Hunt, and way too much cooldown. Cross Solemn Lament, let's agree that this could have just been a spec everyone could get, but they decided to make it a skin for a select group of people, which is just ridiculous. And finally, Alucard, and again, banners. However, out of all the specs, this is one of the best we have in the game recently, imbalanced, clearly, but I really enjoyed using it to torment my friends during the days. Now, about the delays. What started as, we will post one update per month, has evolved into, we apologize for the 2-month delay, and now we're having the second delay for the update, which sums up to 2 updates in 4 months, simply disappointing. It's better to just inform the players and not leave them waiting for the update without even a simple response from the devs about it. And we can't even talk about the Halloween update, which originally was supposed to be one of the best updates for Sakura, but ended up being one of the worst. We would have quests for almost every spec, and honestly, it would have made the event much more dynamic, but there's nothing we can do now. Let's just hope they don't mess up again in this upcoming update. Well, the video has come to an end, and I'd like to thank everyone who stayed until the end. I hope to see you all in this update, which should be released between February 5th to 10th. Goodbye and see you next time.